Hi folks, this is Ray Negroni here, and I'm always a wonderful bowler. But I got something for everybody for the classic bowling tips. When it was like from Bowling Jr., Dustin Burton Jr. tells you about all the size and whips in the bowling ball, depending on how many you have to wait for. It was a 14, 15, and 16. Now, the only drawback is when you do something about your fingertips, could it be that any bowling ball that you have can not loose your thumbs, or maybe the slipping or the popping, or like a vacuum or something? Now, the only way you gotta do this is what happened when the bowling ball you have here. If you get a right-hander, you're a right-hander. Now, these three elements right here, you're just going down further with the thumbs and the fingers or something that. Now this is what you do. Get yourself a finger. Your finger is like this from the bottom. That would definitely may help if you was before you get the semi fingertip or full fingertip. Now, this is what you do. You get on this side right here. You hold this as these precautionary measures of what you do and try to bowl. Now, honestly, if you're into a bowling ball that you have was either 15 or 16 ounces, but only if you're 16 ounces, you could go with this type of grip, or you could get on the middle of this red tip right here. That could be your tipping point right here. Now, I did this when I had my own bowling grips and tips. It was named like Visor or maybe Turbo, and you can get yourself a pro shop dealer, and they will help you how to figure out what is your finger size of the ball. It was how many inches did you have, whatever you have, something like a medium, small, large, whatever. They would have to give you a current size of the bowling ball of your whatever is your current size of your fingers, so you can get that one. I think the only reference point is you get this one and this fingertip right here. Just the middle one on the ref. Now, keep that in mind. If you're a professional, you could have this like a full fingertip. Now, when your fingertip grip is like this, the blue part is like this. When you get the blue into the, like a full fingers and get two fingers, even the second or thirds. So it's like this. When you have two of them right here on this side right here. Now, for example, mine's a thumb in my fingertip. Now, if you're a lefty, you can always use this part from this side right here. I had that bigger. And your thumb's right there, and you're on this side here. I'm not really going to all the propaganda of your fingernails or something like that. And women, they can always use that part right here when women can have fingertip grips or something like that, and they can use this one as the finger is the bendable position right here, and then you have the bendable position right here too. Now for ladies, you have that one as your left, and the men would be on your right. But if you be on the set right here, that could be the set point of your fingertip. And what you need to do is you just go on this side here, and you end your fingertip on the blue advantage point right here. So that's the blue advantage point. So that's what you need to do on your fingertip. Now, the only way, if you go down to the finger, now it's like on this side here, you could get at least about, say about 2 or 3 inches away from it right there. You could go on this side right here, but that's what it is. But on the bottom, and it goes like on this side here, your measuring could be on this side here, and that could be right when you're near the knuckle, just on the knuckle part right here. The knuckle part is from really going to bendable if you're on the knuckle side. That is the knuckle point right here. So these are knuckles right here. So if I were you, if I go to the knuckle point, the only knuckle point right here is when you get the fingertip and the knuckle point tip right here. The only drawback is, can you actually hold the ball if you're a left and right hander? So that's the only way you do it if you want to get to the advantage point, where the advantage point is when you get to the fingertip. If you're on the fingertip, you're a professional, or you're trying to be one, or if you was an amateur, the only drawback here is if you lose a little bit of the tip right here, that could make you feel like if you don't feel grip on the ball. So I would go to the professional bowling, professional bowler right there. But you could go to a pro shop, ask for the middle of the fingertip right here if you go on this side here. But you can go if you want to go for on the full finger, but that's going to be if you can't get enough grip of the ball. But my suggestion point is get to the middle side. That would definitely make you feel like you're popping the ball, and it goes into the popping vacuum motion. That is your popping vacuum motion on that grip. Now you see Earl Anthony does that too, but he can either on the left side he could go down further, and then what he did back then, he could just like throw the ball in a soft motion, and then you get a current speed. But me, I'm a right-hander, and you get a great amount of speed. You get cranking speed or whatever kind of speed. But that's the only way you do it on that side right here. Now on the side, if you want to spare or the one type of ball, you can do what you want to do. That is the most directing part right here. So if you take 7 minutes of this commercial, or you want to take 7 minutes of this timeout on your YouTube page, you could get yourself in that advantage point of your local bowling balls, right? Whatever type of bowling balls you have. It doesn't matter if it's a spare ball or maybe the reactive or resin ball, whatever you choose. It's up to you. So my little suggestion point, you could use one of these colorized balls on the tips on the finger, but you could use the middle of the part right here. But the best way you do it, just use that as your reference point. And that's how it is in the sport of bowling. Bowling tip from Ray Negroni. Bye.